This one is going to be hard because I don't know what to make fun of. There are so many ugly truths in our society, and movies like Pariyeram Perumal capture them perfectly. Then my heart sinks when Bollywood comes along with the remake, especially Dharma Productions, because I swear I would throw my glass of Fanta on my head if Kajol made a cameo as a judge. Dhadak 2, however, is not Bollywood friendly, and that is a good thing. But does it just flirt with the idea of caste, keeping it on the sidelines of a love story? Or does it finally drop the romance first lens and confront the issue head on? Before moving forward, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. My expectation from Dhadak 2 was actually not low. I was quite surprised to see Siddharth and Tripti in the trailer of a movie which could have very easily been another launch pad for another star child. And the fact that the movie did not market any dance numbers gave me hope that the actors who are actually very skilled would get a chance to do their work without dumbing it down. And they damn well didn't disappoint. Dhadak 2 on the surface is a love story between a young man and a woman who come from very different backgrounds, and the biggest differentiator between them being their caste. But the movie is not trying to sell you a dream. Instead, it tells you that for some people, even dreaming comes at a big cost. It follows a lower caste man who is trying to build a future in a world that is designed to keep him in his place, and a girl whose presence in his life is as complicated as it is risky. There is no sugarcoating here, no shortcuts, just a slow burning story of survival, dignity, and the quiet, if ever loud, ways people push back against power. Look away from the plot and you'll find a very solid subplot about bigotry in higher education, how it pushes young men and women with a lot of potential to take horrific steps, and the ease and impunity with which the option of ending someone's life comes to those with a false sense of superiority. The movie made me so uneasy, and that's a win. Now let's come to the performances. Siddharth Chaturvedi as Nilesh has never felt so contained and raw on screen. He transforms from a nearly invisible student to someone who refuses submissiveness. His portrayal, pulling in the small details like suppressed rage, his trembling voice, and quiet self-respect, is his strongest turn yet. You can see the internal tug of war among love, shame, fear, anger play out on his face without him saying a word. Siddharth is the movie, and I'm absolutely impressed by his understanding of the character's psyche. He's constantly aware of his fight for survival and dignity, and does not play a love-blind college kid whose sole purpose in life is to fight against the world so he can impress his lover and win her hand in marriage. Tripti's performance took me back to her Bulbul and Kala days. She stepped into emotional pain with so much fire. Vidhi tears apart patriarchal caste mindset every chance she gets, but unfortunately it goes unheard. Her final, most pertinent line therefore becomes just a scream because nobody was heeding her words anyway, so why bother using them? Apart from the leading pair, each of the supporting cast really pulled their weight. You cannot miss Vipin Sharma, Priyank Tiwari, Zakir Hussain, and Anubha Fatehpuria, who plays Nilesh's mother. Saurabh Sachdev's character sneaks up and stuns, although I don't really think it fits too well into the rest of the plot. It feels like he should have contributed more to how Nilesh's story shaped, but right now it feels like a character cameo from a different film, or one of those really good serial killer shows you have on OTT. While I did like most things about Dhadak 2, the end did not convince me too much. I think it was too soft. It takes a lot more than a good lecture and a loud shriek to reverse the sort of hurt and injustices a person faces when their people have been suffering since centuries and centuries. I wish that was all it took, but it doesn't. And I was also left quite unsatisfied, even angry, by how a few characters completely escaped accountability. Justice feels a little too forgiving here. I mean, attempted murder and murder, these are kind of a big deal. A word about the visual palette, which was also very sensibly muted, with Blue appearing on and off throughout the movie, either in the outfit or in the posters, a subtle reminder of Ambedkarite resistance. No palaces, no Havelis in sight. No attempt at musical chart toppers either, which would have been such a misfit. What was that song, that Jing Jing? Rounding things up, Shazia Iqbal is a director whose work I will look forward to, and I will also go easy on Dharma Productions if it continues to invest in good stories and talent, even though it blunts out a lot of the edges to appeal to the wider audience. Watch Dharak 2 for at least its willingness to tackle caste head on, its compelling performances, and for acknowledging that the people are ready to have a more serious conversation about societal evils. Even that audience who's happy to pay more than 2000 rupees to watch a movie in a luxury theatre.